Alright, so welcome back to episode 5 of Let's Create a Custom Story. And since last time, it's been quite a few days, so I figured I didn't want to make episodes of just me modeling over and over, because you pretty much already seen what I am doing. I'm just spending a long time on each of them, pretty much. Some of them I spend hours on. But since then, I model a few. I'm not done with all the models, of course, yet, but it'll be nice when I am, but for now I'm not quite done with them, but I have done a few. So first of all, before we only had in the entities, we only had the door, which would be this one, and I made the other one into a single entity like this, so that it's a single file with both of the doors. I can show you how it ended up. I also imported the moon from Machine for Pigs, although I'm not sure if I'm going to use it because it doesn't look that right. I can also show you that. Canopic jar, I think I talked about this with the canopic or canopic, I'm not sure, the jars, the Egyptian jars, and okay, so I tried to model a human face to put it on it, and since I'm not that good at modeling a human face is nearly impossible, so this is how I managed to look like. And although the model I think is alright, the texture I think looks pretty bad, but I might just have to go with it because I'm not that good with texturing, just because it cuts off here like really obviously, but perhaps I could just leave it there because it might just work. I don't know. The model itself is it's quite simple. I still have 3 more to make, the baboon head, the jackal head, and the falcon head. But I think the human head is probably the most difficult. I'm not sure, actually. But, well, I don't know about that. Maybe I'll have to do some changes to it, but I don't know if I can, because modeling, especially organic-looking things, I'm just terrible at it. And then just now I made a puzzle folder with some of the first puzzles that I thought of. This isn't the one in the very beginning of the game. This is more like in the entrance area. So what I thought for that one is that, as you can see, I have a lot of different models here. They're like puzzle pieces. If I just scroll through them, they take a little while to load each of them, but they're very simple. They're just a simple piece, 9 of them. They make up this image right here. So it's not just find a piece and puzzle it together, but it's more like split into 3x3, and you click on one and it will rotate, but it will also rotate the one next to it. So that's what I'm thinking of trying to do in this episode, if I'm able to, although it might take a while because making a puzzle like this could take a while. So I'm not certain how long the video is going to end up being, but we'll see. I do not have the script planned out at all. I'm just going to be improvising it, so although I have a rough estimate or kind of like a general idea of how I think it's going to be somewhat like, but right, so if we go back here, the temple, I have, I don't think I've added any textures. Although I did add another skybox. This one, I actually imported it from Machine for Pigs as well. And it seems to work pretty well. So let me just start up the game and you can see some of the changes. And yeah, I can show you, talk a little bit about it. Alright, so, okay, so actually I did not actually put the audio output to my headset. Let me just do that. There we go. So I made, as you can see, the temple is a lot bigger. I don't know how much bigger it is, but it's about like 50% bigger or so. And because then I thought it would be easier to make like an entrance area in it. And I'm not done with the entrance, of course, but this is how the dual door thing looks like at the moment. And it's very slow to open, and it makes like a stone sound as you swing it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to edit it a bit because it seems to close on its own when I put it all the way out. It seems to somewhat close on its own because the collision box kind of collides with the model of the wall next to it right here, so I might have to do some changes with that. I don't know. Otherwise, oh yeah, of course, it's nighttime, as you can see. And that fog is kind of powerful. I might do something about that. I added some extra fog around the edges here, but I might remove that. I'm not sure. But basically, it's nighttime. I changed the fog to a blue haze instead, and there's the moon. And the moon, as you can see, it's a billboard attached to an entity from Machine for Pigs, and it doesn't exactly look that good because, for one, it's transparent, and it doesn't move with the skybox because, as you can see, I'm moving away. It's obvious that it's located directly above the temple because you can walk around it, and that's not exactly good. And here we have the jar, which is a lot bigger than it's actually going to be. But it looks a bit better in the game because it has the normal map, and the lighting is a little different. So that's basically how the jar looks. And if it's going to be very small, that's one thing. I don't think it's going to matter much if the texture is a little weird right here, because it's basically just going to be a very small entity right there that you got to pick up to your inventory. So you're not really going to look at it that much. Most people won't even look at it. They just see like a, oh, what is this little box? And then they click it and it's in your inventory. So this will be the human-shaped spec map. No, no. The human-shaped canopic jar. It just sounded like it cracked the sound because I still haven't fixed that. But anyways, I'm gonna make the puzzle in a different map because, or else there'll be too many things in this map. So I'm gonna make it in a different one, and we'll see how we can do that. Let's start. Well, let's just start with an empty map and see if we're able to do anything. I suppose we're gonna have to use some of the other planes this time. Temple, textures, and that did not work. Why did that not work? I just instantly crashed it. Is there something in here that is crashing it? That was really strange. Let's try that again. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. That would be bad. Custom stories, temple, textures. What the hell? What? Is there something in here that's crashing it? I really don't understand why, because I'm fairly certain I've been able to open this folder several times. PD Desert Sun. Maybe I'll delete that because I don't have that anymore. Ah, that's actually probably it. Because I deleted the sun texture, but I didn't delete the mat file. Okay, let's go to primitives here. Accessories, temple, textures. There we go. Alright, so which one do we use? I suppose we could just use this one for the floor. That's probably the best. Or perhaps this one. Actually, that one looks like it's kind of wet, so I want to use it in a water place. Or we could just use this one for now. This one's pretty cool, but I don't know. Let's use this one. So let's place a big one over there, and that's an awkward shape. I like to put it in the corner so I have more control of it in the very center there. So we have this, and I'm not sure exactly. I still haven't made those more static objects with. Actually, I can just do that right now if I want to. We'll just grab the this thing and this, copy those, and go back to the static objects in here. I don't remember if I added any new ones, did I? Yeah, well, I did add. I haven't added the stairs. Well, these are the other stairs, yeah. I was gonna make some stairs, but I didn't yet. But I did add another sand patch just because I wanted a little variety. So we have two different ones. Temple, now we have the main body and the towers, and then there's the wall, the three walls. Okay, so what I wanted to do in here, well, for one, paste in these. And I should have copied that mat file too, actually, so we don't have to recreate it. Textures, where's the mat file? For the sandstone bricks, was that it? These sandstone bricks, yes. Copy. Ugh. Okay. Back. Static objects, custom. wall, paste. All right, so we have it there now. And what I can do in here then is, right, so I'll just duplicate this one and rename the other one to doorway 02, I suppose. Okay, and then we open it with text edit just so we can edit the path for the texture file. So instead of using cracked sandstone bricks, we use sandstone bricks. And the file path should be about here. Where is it? This one. Cracked sandstone. Take away that. Sandstone underscore bricks dot tj, which is the main one. This one. Sandstone bricks tj. Okay. We'll save that. Close it. And if we go back to it, see, it's already updated, although it does look a little strange. It doesn't look as good as the other one. This one looks a lot better. Kind of strange why it didn't transition there, but perhaps I will have to re-export it just to do that. Fine, but these walls here should be fine though to just do this with. So wall bricks 03 would be kind of strange because they're not necessarily the same kind of thing. But since I named the other one 02, I guess I'll just have to open and find down here. Take away the cracked part, say close, and this one. Take away this one into 04 and put it there. Take away that, which now they all updated to the new texture. So, and since I already have the matte file and everything, I'm pretty sure I can just open up the folder and they should already be there. Let's see. Wall, doorway 1, doorway 2. Oh, actually I don't have the mesh files for them. No, there we go. Damn it. I need to open them in the viewer to generate the meshes. Static objects, custom, wall, doorway 2. Yeah, see, okay, so I found another way of doing this because this is I'm not sure why this happens at all, but if I actually delete the mesh file, it works. Let's see which one. This one. Delete it and click reload, and there it is, working fine. I have no idea what's up with that. I don't have to re-export it, but I have to regenerate the mesh. So bricks 3 and 4, delete those meshes, reload and reload. There we go. So now go back in here. I actually wanna, let's just save this map. Custom stories, temple maps. Let's call it test. I deleted the other ones. I don't know if I want to call it test 3 or test 1, but let's call it test 3 just because. And now I want to restart it just so I can properly update it, because I don't always trust how it updates. And let's just see how it ended up looking like. And they are still kind of invisible in the preview, but they do show up. So I suppose that'll have to do. Continue. Test 3. And static objects. Still haven't gotten on with the puzzle. I really should get to that. And that is not the wall I want to use. Or is it? Maybe. I mean, I could use walls like this next to each other, and that could probably look kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe. One thing I actually could do is to put the one in the middle as the other one, like this. So it's like going out. I don't think I'll just do that. So, oh yeah, I was gonna make a frame for this, but I guess I will have to do that later. I was thinking of doing a frame, as in having the 9 puzzle pieces inside a frame. But oh well. Let's see. How does this look if I actually rotate it and place it over here? It's probably, yeah, it has that part right there inside itself. merging. So I might have to just want to do this one in the corners. Ugh. I don't know why I'm really decorating this right now, because I really probably shouldn't. That's probably something I should either do on my own or do when I'm actually going to be using the level, because this level is so far just a test level, although it's most likely going to end up like the other one and become the actual level. And let's duplicate this one as well. I mean, right now it has no entrance or anything, so it's obviously going to be a little different. Okay, so let's increase the size of this one all the way out there. And as for lighting inside, I'm guessing there's going to be a red haze sort of thing. Actually, that would make those walls be the ones intersecting. Oh well. Let's just copy this one and move it up there and rotate it on the head as the ceiling and put it over here and there. So for now, let's just use the same one, and we'll need a spawn point. We'll need some lighting, so let's plunk a spawn point down there and put a box light a bit bigger. Let's see, like that, and bigger in that direction, bigger in that direction. I'm not going to be very precise with it, but there we go. And we want to put the diffuse down to 0.5, 0. Okay, 0.5, 0.5. What? 0.5. Save. Save the map, and now if we are to start it up, it would really be no point, because we already know how it's going to look and how it is looking. And why is the bottom so much brighter? Oh, it's the point light. Alright, okay. So now let's start by going here to edit. Actually, I completely forgot I didn't make the entity files for it. It's gonna go open the model editor, import the mesh. Probably mostly gonna be just the same puzzle. So here we have bottom, bottom left, bottom right, middle, and top. So let's start in the top left. And how does this look? It's very small, actually. I'm not sure. Am I gonna keep it that small? I might. Let's put on some scaling here, and or not scaling, but okay. So let's see. This one is a top right, so let's put it there. I'm not sure. Does it actually fit? I cannot duplicate it or anything. I wonder if it fits perfectly under there, but because no, I don't think it does. No, I probably won't. Let's open up Maya and just take a look at it. This is how it actually looks. Take a look at this piece. Negative 0.3 and 75. So Y 75 is correct, but it's negative 0.3. Was that it? That's probably it. And now let's create a box for it. Small, small, small. Let's make it more precise as well. But could make this one to 3 as well. So it's in the center. Turn off the grid. Make it. I don't even know if it needs a collision box. It might not, but I'll make it. And let's see. There we go. Perfect. So create body. And the body's not going to have mass unless I want to make it like a grabbable thing where you plunk it in, but I think that would be a bit too easy perhaps. Or, well, actually, well, like I had that one idea to make it like you click it and it rotates. However, I can make so that they're all just like grabbable objects that are fallen to the floor, and you gotta piece it together, and I can make them snap with sticky areas. That could be kind of interesting, and it would certainly be a lot easier than the other one to make, although, I mean, I kind of want to make something cool, so I don't know. That is a decision I guess I will have to make. But if I want to make it in this, if I want to make the puzzle in this episode, I can't exactly ask you to decide, because then I'm gonna cut the episode and all. So, and I don't want to do that. I guess we can make both and have one at different parts of the game. So I can make this one now, and if I decide to use the other idea as well, I can put it somewhere else. Because, I mean, there's going to be a lot of puzzles. Some I haven't even made up yet, so... yeah, I think I'll do that. So, no mass, none of these. It's not really... has gravity. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, really. Mostly what's mattering is that we need to put it to a move object, and it's an angular one on the y-axis. And I think if I put this one to 2, yeah, put it to 2, it'll rotate 180 degrees. Wait, if I put it to 4, it'll be 360. And 360 is a complete way around, and I haven't actually tried that, but let's try that. And then when we use the function to make it rotate, we only do 0.5 instead of 1, because then it will rotate half of the way. But then we can also use the same to rotate it back without having to rotate it the other way, which I think would be kind of strange. But I'm not sure how it would work if I were to rotate it again, like after 360. But, oh well. Let's save as the end file, and now we'll import the mesh of the other one, top middle. And we'll have to put this one where it's supposed to be, which is about here, 75. And this thing, we'll have to put 0 as well, and we'll save this as the top entity, and then we'll import the other one as well, top right. I'll probably just cut and do all these. Okay, so now we've saved all those pieces individually. They're all I located them there so that when we place them in the editor, in the level editor, we can already place them all in the same location and they will look properly, or look proper. So let's go to custom, and here we have all the puzzle panel pieces. There's quite a lot of them, and 9. So let's find out, where do we want this to be? It's actually very small, but let's just place it against this wall right here. Let's turn off that and click there. This is the bottom in the middle, so I guess that's why it's there. Click, just place them all in the same location. Middle left, middle right, top left, and top right. This is way too small. So let's just select all of them and move them up and scale them. That'll work fine. Okay, sweet. Now that's probably somewhat the resolution I want, or the size, which is 2.5. So what I was thinking, we have one of these that is done on one side, and I actually haven't made a normal map for this one. I should do that. But it's basically one of these that is done, and then on the other side, like on the wall over there or behind you, there'll all be the one that is messed up. But first of all, we're gonna have to script to make it actually work. So right now they're called puzzle panel underscore TL. I can take away the underscore 1 part because that's unnecessary. It'll make the script a little easier to read, probably. So, because I mean, it doesn't necessarily tell them apart because they're already told apart due to their extension with the letters. And there we go. So save that. And they're move objects. So I'll have to make interaction events with them. Player interact callback. So I'll just do interact piece or interact puzzle. Let's do interact puzzle. And I don't think I can actually copy it, so we'll have to type it into everyone. Interact puzzle. And therefore, with this, inter puzzle, interact. I can't talk and think. Not good at that kind of thing. So basically, this will make so that all of them are calling the same event, and in that event, we'll check which piece is actually being used to call it, and that way we can distinguish what is happening. It's basically just so that we don't need to make a different event for each piece, and it makes the script a lot simpler in a way, a lot shorter. Puzzle. There we go. Save that. And it's not going to be removed because we're going to be able to interact with it a lot of times. Though I don't know if it's possible to remove this player interact callback manually through the script. I think that was the one I was actually missing. The remove player interact callback or so. So I don't know. I'll just use something else if that doesn't work. But that's for later. So now we have that. We can click on it. It doesn't do anything until we open the script. So let's go over to the script now. Okay. Custom story, temple, maps, and delete the cache file because I hate it. I hate it. Okay. Yep. And there we go. So I set the speed to run a little faster in this map, and that is actually not the map that we're going to be using. I'm gonna have to make the other one this one. There into test3.hps. And we'll just remove all this. Save. Okay. So where do we start? Void interact puzzle. That's where we start. String and in as entity, which is the parameter I'm pretty sure of. String and entity, yep. And then we'll add the block. And inside here, we will, if as entity equals, what's the easiest way to write this down? Because the names are the same, puzzle panel underscore. So I'll just do up here, string, panel. I don't know if this entity equals. Actually, let's see. If I do a for loop here instead, for, and the for loops, as I explained in the previous episode, int I, which is the starting out, int I equals 0. There we go. If I is more or less is equal to, it's less or equal to 9. Well, with 9 I would include 0, so that would be in total 10. So we only want 8 in that case, I think. And I plus plus. And now we will add that block, push this one up, and add that close block. So if as entity equals, you have to think a little bit here. I don't even know if this will work, but if as entity equals, because I don't know if that for block is actually necessary. Because as entity, I'll still have to check for each piece. I think I'll just check them manually for each piece. So yeah, I think I'll just go with the first idea. So basically string panel equals, it's just going to shorten the code a little bit so that whenever I write panel in the script, it's going to replace panel with a string called puzzle panel underscore. So if entity equals panel plus T, for example, top, it's just a little shorter, kind of. Then I can then I will check if that's the one that's used, and then we can rotate that one. I also want to make so that you rotate that one and it rotates the ones on the side. I wonder if I want to rotate all of the ones around it or just the ones directly next to it. And I don't actually know if this puzzle is doable right as of right now, but I'm gonna have to find out, because I'm pretty sure it is, but I haven't made sure that it actually works. So let's okay, before we do that and that if statement right there, let's just do a little test and add the move object. So I'll just open up the engine script page, and I don't even know if I'll be done with this puzzle in this video, but we'll see. Move object, set object, move object state. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Copy, and we'll put that in there, and the string as name is going to be as entity, so that'll just make the one you click on turn into 0.5, which would be 180 degrees. So actually, let's just save that and test to see if it works, but we'll need to change the startup map to test3, like that. Start the game and see what happens. I'm kind of curious, because yeah, I don't necessarily know everything that will happen. So here we have it, and we can click it. So no, that didn't do anything. Clicking it doesn't do anything. Huh. It's kind of strange. Why does it do nothing? Interact puzzle. All of them have interact puzzle on them. Interact puzzle. And no typos in either one, just checking. And they have no area, which means that they will rotate around their own center point, which is what I want. Well, maybe not, because I mean they're all located there, so that would be. But I mean they should rotate at all, at least. So, 0.5. Yeah, because decimals worked, but I don't know. Let me just check. Yeah, it is a float, so decimals should work fine. Set object move state, string and entity. I don't understand. String panel. That is working, but I'm not using it, so it doesn't matter. Interact puzzle, string and entity. Connected props, static physics, cast shadows. Puzzle panel T. Let's try typing in the name instead. Puzzle panel T, and put it to state 1 and see if that does anything, because that's the exact same script as I've used for other things. Reload map. It does nothing. Did I do something wrong in the model? Is that it? Because I really don't hope so, because that would be a lot of things to change. Open amount 4. Why? Speed. I didn't add the sound effect for it, which I probably should have. I shouldn't breathe into the mic like this. Well, I'll be back when I figure this out. Okay, so instead of doing that, I think I might just do that sometime later, because right now I'm seeming to have a lot of trouble with it, where it's rotating in a completely wrong direction. When I put it to 1, it rotates normally. Let's see if I reload it. If I set it to 1, it rotates normally, but it only rotates 90 degrees. That's not enough. If I put it to 2, it rotates very strangely. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it does that. It's really weird. So therefore, I guess I'll just, well, actually, what happens if I do put an area? But no matter what I do, though, I don't think it'll be as I want it to be. So I'll just instead, just make this area small and input the name script area 1 into here. Script area 1, save and reload. But I don't think it'll make a difference. I don't know. It does not seem to make a difference. It actually makes it a little worse. But so instead of doing that, I'll just make them grab objects for now. So that'll be easier to do, and also it'll still be pretty cool. So I'll just delete all these, and I suppose we'll just take all these, take them all out of the wall, and then they'll just fall apart. Well, actually, we need to make sure they're somewhere far away from the wall. And we'll give them gravity. I'm gonna have to open each individual and give them gravity. Let's just keep them default mass 5. And settings, object grab, like that. And save it. I'm gonna do that with all of them, so I'll do that. Okay, so they're all now grabbable objects, I hope. I don't think I missed anyone. But first of all, we'll just check, see if they're working properly in the game. Okay, so where are they? They're standing on top of each other, which is... I'll just shuffle them if I need to, but... Bleh, bleh, bleh. Okay, so all the pieces falling apart. That's actually pretty cool. We got all these right here. Rotate them and everything. So now we gotta figure out how to actually set them up. I don't actually remember myself how they're set up, but what we're gonna do is that we're gonna make 9 areas that they can snap to, and you have to snap them into the right combination to finish the puzzle. But since I'm gonna have to have them detachable, I might have to do something with the texture, because the texture is really awful on some sides, because I didn't bother working with it too much, because it would be hidden anyways. But in this case, I might have to do some more things with the texture, but I can do that later. So kapow! Let's throw them out of here, actually, out into the darkness. So I'll just quit out of the game for now, and we won't be needing these since they're all working fine. But what we're going to need to do is to, let's move them a bit further away. We are going to need sticky areas, and we're going to need to find out exactly where these centers are so that we can put the sticky area in the proper location. So sticky areas basically make items snap where you want them to snap. So if we put a sticky area here, it's going to snap an object there, but only the ones that we define. So let's call it sticky area underscore 1. Actually, let's call it sticky area underscore B. And let's go on area, move body, rotate body, check center in area. If body center must be in area for it to be attached. Yeah, might as well. And detached, yes. Time it takes to get moved. That should be good. Attachable body name. So that's the body name. If not empty, then this determines if a body can be attached or not. If the string exists in a body name, then it is attached. Attach function, deattach function, and sounds and particle systems. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward actually how to use these sticky areas. You just input the name of the body in here. Although I think it might be the body and not the item, but let's put puzzle panel B in there and see if that works. Puzzle panel B, and let's save that and see what happens in the game, because a lot of these things I've used them before and everything, but I I don't remember everything I do, so if I don't use it a lot, I don't necessarily remember everything about it. So I'll usually have to just test a bit. This is the piece we're going to attach, and it attaches right there, as you can see. And you can detach it by taking it back off. And there it goes back. And yeah, so that's kind of what we want, pretty much, actually. You can make these areas as small as you want, really. It doesn't matter, it just makes them a bit easier to see, I suppose. Let's make it about that, so we know that that is where the center is where it's going to be attached. So if the center is in the wall, it's gonna attach it and put half of the model behind, which is fine, really. Unless you want to push them forward, like have them here, but then they'll be floating, kind of, unless I make that frame. I'll probably do something like that. And now we'll need one for each of these, but not only that, we'll need several, actually. So actually there probably is a better way to do this, because you can probably put in like a string variable in here, and that string variable could be different for each one. I have not tried that before. I don't think I've ever actually used the string variable before, so if I am to use it, I'm gonna have to do a lot of testing before I do that. But if I don't use it, I'm gonna have to use a lot more areas, so it's not gonna be as professional as it could have been. It's going to work, but it's gonna look like it's look a little more complicated than it needs to be. But if I'm not able to get that string working, I guess I could just do that, because I mean, as long as the result is the same or better or the same, like as long as the result is good, it doesn't necessarily matter how you wrote it, as long as it doesn't consume a lot of power to run. So for now, I guess we'll just do it this way that I've actually done before. So let's duplicate the area, and it's gonna start with that. Let's do B R and do the one on the side. I'm not certain where that is supposed to be, though. I don't think it's supposed to be there. Okay, this one is an X10. I think this one is supposed to be an X10.3, because they were that far away from... Actually, you know, that wouldn't make sense, because I resized them. So that would be kind of dumb. Let's just try putting it there, I think. See what happens. And put in BR in here. Ugh. No. Oh well. Puzzle panel BR. That did not work out. Panel I completely mistyped that. Okay. So save that, and let's see how that appears. If it is like in the correct location, that's what I'm wondering. We'll put this one in the middle. It does not snap in there. It should snap here. Why is it not snapping? I did take the right piece. Yeah, I did. What did I do wrong? Puzzle panel B, which is this one. Puzzle panel BR, which is what it does there. What just happened here? Let's take this one. See if it snaps. It does not snap. What? Oh, what? Why did it snap there? Take it off. And it snaps to the exact same. That's pretty weird. Puzzle panel BR. It's not supposed to snap to that one. It's supposed to snap to this one. Oh. If the string exists in a body name, then it is attached. So basically, since BR includes B, then it's going to attach. That's going to be a little bit of a problem. But let's see if we put in bottom, just like that. And then do string bottom and make it like that. Save that. Bottom in the game, yeah. I'm unsure if this is gonna work. Most likely not. If it does, then I'm gonna be kind of surprised. Bottom. Huh, it actually did. Wait, of course I need to remove, wait. Let's remove it from this one. Save that. Yeah, so I typed bottom in there, and in the script I have a string called bottom, which is an alias for puzzle panel B. And that actually seemed to work. The bottom piece. And it does not work with the other ones, I'm assuming. No, I see as you can. But now it doesn't work with this one. Well, that's not the middle one. I see. Okay. Well, I guess it didn't work then. Although that one shouldn't touch anything. Okay, I'm just kind of confused right now. Why this is doing it? Why it's doing this? I might have to like rename the B to BM so it doesn't find the wrong one, and then do this one to TM, top, middle, and middle, just like that. And then we'll make this one attach puzzle panel BM, bottom middle, and this one will attach puzzle panel bottom right. Save. And let's see how they two place now, because this one should really only place in one location and not the other one. Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to increase it so that it actually hits it a bit easier, because it's a bit difficult to hit the box now. And let's see. Ah, perfect. It actually snaps just where it needs to be. That's excellent. Can't even see the seamless little... I kind of want there to be like a split there, so it's easier to see that it's actually pieces, because right now it looks a little unrealistic in the texture. I don't know. But yeah, so that apparently did work just as I wanted it, kind of. Like, a bit unexpected, but let's move that one over there and change this one to bottom left. Change the name of it to bottom left as well. And this one to BM, BR, BM. All right, and then I'll just rename, or just duplicate all these three, move them up like so, and move them up like so. And here we have all the areas that are actually going to snap them. Now we just need to rename them. So middle, and middle right, middle left, top middle, top right, top left. So that's the name of the areas. And puzzle panel BM, nope, it's going to be MM. This one is going to be MR, ML, not comma, ML. And top right, top middle, yeah, top middle right there, and top right, top left. Save. So now let's just run it to see, but I am pretty sure this will work fine. It'll basically take the piece and it'll just snap it where it needs to be. It doesn't only snap it where it needs to be at the moment though, so we're gonna have to make it possible to snap anywhere, and then detach it so that you can puzzle it up, piece it up together yourself. Ugh. It's a bit annoying to do this. The area is so small. Come on. Come on. I'll increase the size, but I haven't done that yet. I just want to see if this is working. Come on, just get in there. There you go. And now don't make me take it off. Don't make... There you go. I mean, they look a little weird as they rotate, but that'll be a bit better once the areas are bigger. Yeah. Oh, come on. I think these are way too small to even test with. But I could, of course, just do so that they don't, the center of this model doesn't need to be within the area. Because right now the center of the model, like in the very middle of this, needs to collide with the area for it to attach. But if I don't do that, okay, so that seems to work pretty fine. And you can still detach it and all as much as you want, but it's not that easy to put it back on currently because of the... Alright, so I'll just take them all off, blah 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 blah, fall up. And okay, so what I did, I actually done this before, although I only used 4 pieces at that time, and one was constantly stuck there, so at least they are rotated in the right direction, which is good, because it could be a little difficult to actually make sure that they face the right direction and everything like that. So now let's see, if we select all of them, we can make this size a little bigger so it's easier to hit, because we probably want to do that before we do anything else. Because what I'm gonna have to do is, according to my method, I'm gonna have to duplicate each of these areas so that they can support another piece, because right now you can only type one name in here, and that is going to attach it. So you can't exactly attach any model or do it through script to attach the model to the sticky area, although there is a connect entities and prop to prop script. I'm not sure if that might work, but I know that this does work, but it does require a lot of inactive areas. So it's like there will be 9 areas in this location, 9 in that, and 9 in there, each of them supporting their own piece, but only one will be available at a time. So it's like when nothing is connected, they're all available so that any of the pieces can connect there. But when it's not available, it disables all the other areas as well. Just thinking a bit here, since it did attach both of them, if I do remove everything but the underscore, I might actually be able to attach any piece at any area, and then I can use the script to check which piece is where to see if the puzzle is done correctly. Because I mean, I thought it was before you could only put one specific entity in it, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. So let's see how that works actually. Because right now, okay, this thing, let's put it here. Okay, it's now in the middle where it's not supposed to be, and this thing is not supposed to be above it. And I cannot put several in the same location, which is good. And you can detach it and put it in a different one. Alright, that seems to work pretty much perfect. Although, yeah, as you can see, it's gonna be a pretty interesting puzzle piece right here. I think that's actually the middle, isn't it? This is the top. Okay, so it's a little difficult to move them in the proper location. That one's supposed to be up there, isn't it? So there's always going to be a little bit of adjustment to find out if to fix them. Okay, let's just drop them all. The only problem is, see if this if this one is connected at the very top. Come on, and I drop it, it's gonna connect to the next one. So I don't know. It'll require a lot of tweaking, but it's gonna probably work. Okay, so now that we are able to attach any entity to any of these, we're gonna make an attach function. So instead of interact puzzle, which we used before, We're not going to actually need that at all, and not the string either. Attach function. Let's do attach puzzle. And we're going to have to do that in all of them. Am I able to copy? Control C, no. Attach puzzle. I didn't think I was able to paste in there, so attach puzzle in there. So I'll just write it in each of them. So attach puzzle. There we go. This one, attach puzzle. So they're all gonna call, like I did before, they're all gonna call the same event, and then I'll do the if statements to check which pieces are actually currently attached. And if they're all attached correctly, then we will finish the puzzle. Okay, so now we've added all those, and we'll do void attach puzzle with the parameters, not a semicolon, with the parameters string sticky area, string body name. So it's basically the area and the entity. So we can do, it's basically just two strings, as area and string and in as entity. So I mean, you can define the aliases you want yourself pretty much. So yeah, there we go. Save for now. But oh, where did that come from? Okay, so we have that. Now if as area equals quote sticky area, or was it area sticky? I think it's sticky area. Sticky area underscore top middle tm. If the area is that, and what happened there? A trademark. What? Wait. Oh, okay. So Alt 2 is trademark button. Okay. Well, anyways, if the area and sticky area, if sticky area equals, yeah, if area is, wait, tm, there we go. Wait, oh no, that's what happened. It's kind of coincidence that Alt 2 is a TM, because I thought I did that, but I wrote TM and it changed it to trademark automatically. Okay, good. Sticky area TM and as entity. Come on, don't do this to me. I'm gonna have to do some settings. This isn't exactly made to text replacement. That might be it. TM. Yeah, I think that was it. No, that was not it. Fucking gah. It's really annoying, actually. If as entity equals, we'll do that later. I'll fix that. If as entity, let's just for now do top left, and as entity equals puzzle underscore panel equal underscore TL as well. Then let's see. We could create a boolean for each of them. Let's see, if we create a boolean, basically a true or false if they're in the correct location. Boolean top left equals false, and we'll just copy those. Top left, top middle, and we'll have 9 of these. We could just do a for loop really to do it. Top middle, top right, and middle left, middle that's a bit strange one. Middle right, bottom left, bottom middle, and bottom right. They're all false to begin with, so what we'll do is that when they attach, if the area is sticky area top left and the entity is top left, then it's going to put top left equals true. So it's basically going to do that. Now I could probably do this in a for loop, so I don't have to, but I'll have to think a little bit to see if it actually works in a for loop because of these. I'll have to, perhaps if I rename them all to like numbers, then I could do it. But that's a little tricky. Well, not necessarily tricky, but I want to keep it in TL for top left and not 0, 1, for example. But if I did do it with numbers, I could have used a for loop pretty easily to do all this script for me. But if not, then I guess it'll just have to be like this. And if you're only going to have one function run within an if statement, you don't need the brackets, because basically if this runs now, it's going to run this right after without having the squiggly brackets. But if you're going to have more than one line or more than one, then you're going to need them. It just runs one thing after it. And if that one thing is a bracket, then it will run everything inside that bracket. But for now, we'll just copy that. And this is probably going to be a little easier to understand for most people who haven't used for loops. So top left and top left. Now we'll do top middle. Well, that one was so annoying with the trademark. Top right, and top right. And middle left, middle, and middle right, and bottom left, bottom middle, bottom right. Just renaming them. Bottom left, bottom middle, bottom right. Middle right, middle left, and then there's the trademark thing. M, top, middle, don't do anything rash now. Okay, didn't do it. Okay, good. Now we'll just rename this one to middle left, and this one to middle, top left, middle left, no, middle, what? Middle right, that's it, yeah. I'm so confused there. Can expand it a bit. Bottom left, bottom middle, bottom right. Save. Okay, so basically I'm gonna also do the exact same inside a detach thing to put them back to false if they are taken back off, because or else they'll you just need to put them there and then you can take them away. So that's gonna be pretty simple though. That's going to be the exact same script, except it's going to put them to false. So if we go in here and we'll just go detach puzzle. Detach puzzle. It's going to have to write this on all of them again. Okay, so now we added them to all there. So it's detach puzzle and attach puzzle. So what I'll do is just copy that, paste it there. Actually, I just need one space. And do instead of attach, we did detach, which is the exact same. So if as area is when it's detaching, if you're taking the puzzle piece top left away from the sticky area top left where it's supposed to be, then it's going to put the variable to false again because because it's no longer where it needs to be. So I'll just paste it right in there, and that takes a few seconds, so it's not like the other one, and save. Now, this is basically just adding all the checks to make sure that the pieces are in the correct location, but we also want to, before anything in the attachment, we want to run another if statement. If if top left equals true, and I'll do it like this, and top middle equals true, and top right equals true, and so on. We'll just copy that, and actually I'll and copy all of this, paste. Oh wait, let's go. Oh shit! Paste. Okay, there we go. So that's about it. After renaming them, of course. Middle left, middle right, bottom left, bottom middle, and bottom right. So there, it's gonna be as you're attaching it, which is basically, this is only passing when you're attaching the last piece. So that means if they're all set to true, actually this has to be below, because I'm gonna have to put this below the other ones, because or else it would only work. Well, I don't know if it actually would work at all, because since you're attaching it, the last one as it's gonna run them in order. So if this was first, one of them would be false, because this would be ran after the check, so it wouldn't pass. But now it's going to pass if everyone are set correctly, and then we'll do a little opening bracket there, closing bracket there, and inside here we can do whatever we'd like. Actually, let's just put that like this, and yeah, you could put all this in one line if you want, but that would be a very long line. So in here we can do whatever. So let's do something to make sure that this actually works. So we will do something that is easily noticeable. We will set player run mul. This is the run multiplier to 5. Okay, so basically we'll know if it works if we are running 5 times faster than normal. Reload map. Oh, there's an error in the script. I must have forgotten a parenthesis somewhere. 11.1. Which one is 11? I think this is here. And I might need to actually put a parenthesis like that and a parenthesis like that. Do I need to do that if I remember correctly? I think I do. Wait, why is there a dual quote there? That might be it. Let's try removing that first, because why the hell is there a double quote? Oh shit. That should not be there. Only a single quote on each side, or not some double quote on each side, but not 2 after each other. Now let's see what happens. Can I reload the map now? No. Compiling void attach puzzle string in expected expression value at 34. 34.4. Where did I go wrong? Oh, right. Okay, there we go. I found it. I had an accidental. I didn't actually notice. I put those ampersands, the and signs there. That should be the last error. Yeah, so they were just errors I didn't actually see. That's usually the case. It's like, it's a very simple thing, and it could look like there's 100 errors, but it's really just one thing repeating. Here we go. Now we can finally test it, see if it works. And we are able to attach it wherever we want. But we want to attach that one there. And we're also gonna add like more details to it, but we want to see first to make sure that the puzzle is working properly. That one should not be there, that one should be there. This one should be here. This one should be here. So we'll have these scattered around or whatever. And now, if we are running insanely fast now, we are not running insanely fast. Huh. That's kind of interesting. That it didn't work. It's kind of sad. Now, then I will have to think why it isn't working. Because I thought it would. Let's go back to the script. Hopefully I didn't do anything wrong anywhere. Like that I'm not aware of. Okay, so when you attach it, if the area is sticky area and the entity is still there, yeah, it puts the value true or false. Okay, so I did manage to figure out why it was not working, and this is the reason. Underscore body underscore 1, because in the script it says it needs the body, not the entity. And to enter the body, it actually the body is a part of the model. If you open a model editor, and the body is the collision box, and by default it's called body underscore 1, and that's the one it's actually going to be looking for. So but it's going to accept things that have that string in them. So since puzzle panel TL body 1 has puzzle panel TL within the string, it's going to accept it, but it's not going to be exactly what it actually is. So that's why it didn't work, because it is equal, which means exactly. So I fixed that by I figured it out after I added a debug message at this point, right after here, where I added a debug message that would say which area was connected and which entity was connected to the area. So, and at that time it said puzzle panel TL body and not puzzle panel, and that's how I figured it out. The reason why I'm not showing it exactly how it was because I actually recorded this clip and figured out my microphone was not on. So basically now it is working. So if I were to take this piece off and put this one here, it is, and you can put this one up here, it's still, you're still able to interact with it by taking off any of the pieces. But if you do place them all where they should be, then let's see, it's a little tricky. I'm gonna have to readjust the area a little bit. I can no longer click on any of them because in the script I removed also the finish to its own function right here, check win, and I also renamed all the booleans to just 2 letters because they would be easier to type. I set interaction disabled with all of them so that you can't take them off and finish the puzzle twice, kinda. So it's like once you're done, you're done. And I also have the run speed multiplier right there, so you can run really fast right now, but that's just to test to confirm that it's actually working, which it is. So so yeah, that's pretty much about it, and I'm glad I managed to get that puzzle actually done in this video, even though the video is probably a little longer than it should have been. But oh well, I mean, these videos are kind of unpredictable because I'm gonna have to improvise pretty much all of it, because it's not like a tutorial where I make the thing in the beginning and then I recreate it during the video and I know exactly what I'm going to do and such. In this, it's a lot more testing and debugging, and things can go wrong and things may take time, and hopefully it's not too boring to look at. I'm trying to cut out some of the parts that I know are somewhat boring to look at, but of course if it is somewhat boring, then do tell me. But otherwise, you guys do seem to kind of like this, so I mean, if it's not a problem, then of course, then that's good, I guess. But yeah, that should be it for that. So that puzzle is technically done. What I can do now is I can just export it and place it wherever I want it in a very detailed level. The level I made it in is not very detailed, but where I'm going to have it, it's going to be more detailed. So I'm going to add the details later. First of all, I'm going to add pretty much just connecting the levels, adding the entities, and finishing and making the puzzles work. And then I'm going to be able to, then I'm going to add the details later on, so that I can make sure, so I'm not like adding details that may be in the way of the puzzle, or adding a lot of details, figuring out the puzzle doesn't work, and then it's for nothing. So adding details may take some time, so I'm going to do that last, or towards the ending at least. But yeah, that should be it for that puzzle. And as I said, I'm glad I got it done. It's not the initial idea I had, but perhaps I can figure out how to do the other one for a later puzzle. But yeah, that should be about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will thank you for watching, and I will see you later.